Alright, today, this is Ripper, and today I am going to be showing you how to buy and set up a Black Ops Mac server. I was just going to do a video on Archon, which will be the next video. I was trying to help a guy out. Turns out he ended up buying a PC a PC Black Ops server. Couldn't work. I was trying all this stuff. So I figured I better make a little quick how-to to make sure people are buying the right server version. So what we want to do is, go to your browser and go to gameservers.com. Pretty simple. Then here we are. You can just go to game servers, and conveniently, one of the more popular games right now is, yesterday the Mac version was here. So now we're just going to go all game servers, and here we go, Call of Duty Black Ops Mac ranked. And there's supposed to be a Call of Duty Black Ops Max unranked as well. I'm not sure why that's no longer here. But anyway, we can click right on that. Actually, it brings us to the splash page, already. So, order ranked, order unranked. Differences are basically on ranked servers. You can, kick or ban anyone, of course. You can set up rotating messages. You can set the game type. You can... What else can you do? That's about it, really. You can't change maps whenever you want. You have to wait. You can't change game types whenever you want. You have to wait till next map load. You can't set a map rotation. Like, you're stuck with whatever the game decides to give you at the time in the playlist. You can't call votes. You can't have can't customize the servers. I'll probably put some text up on the screen or something about the differences there. On unranked, of course, you get a lot of customization. The only thing you don't get is XP. So, personally, I think unranked servers are better because I don't get XP anymore. The only problem is so many players still want XP, so it's harder to fill up a ranked server. Although when there's like 8 or 10 of us in MCC or BAMF around, we can do that pretty easy. Because unranked allows you full customization. You can disable, any equipment, any grenades, kill streaks, perks. You can instantly change maps or game types. You can even do a lot of fun stuff like change health and gravity and speed, and you can end up creating a lot of custom game types. You can create your own configs and loadouts and save them, upload them, and you can do a lot with them. They're pretty fun. You can also have up to 24 players if you want, but it is more expensive. That's the only downside. Ranked will be $15 a month for 18. Unranked is basically $1 a player. So like 15 slot servers for 15 players. It's about the same price as a ranked. I have both right now, as you'll see later once I start getting into the admin. But anyway, in general, you probably want to order a ranked because most people are trying to level up, and the problem is there's so few players they don't go into the unranked tab. But anyway, video is moving on. Let's go order ranked. Pretty straight up. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to go through this first. That's no good. I don't know if this will actually show, but so the game. Oh wait, you can actually do PC rank max. So choose whatever you want. Wow. Oh, this must be a new bug or something. They must have changed their system, which is how this guy bought the wrong server. When I did this, Mac was the only choice here. Rank or unranked. They must have merged them together. So go to Mac ranked. Wow, well, that's a pretty stupid system. Number of players, you can't change that on a ranked server. Location, this is pretty important, relative to where you are in the world. Okay, I'm on the East Coast, so, I've been doing New York, New Jersey, which is nice. This seems to work out pretty well for most everyone, whether on the West Coast, whether you're in Europe. A lot of the MCC guys are around the world, but it works out pretty well for them. It would be nice, obviously you think, oh, well, I'm in Japan, I'll buy a Japan server, but you're probably never going to have anyone on it. So you need to think about where the general base of players are and sort of what's like an average or fair ping for a lot of people. There's no point in buying a server for you and a couple of your friends if no one's ever going to be on it. So you need to probably somewhere in the US, but there is some pretty good EU servers. I mean, I get great ping in, London, or even I play sometimes in Paris or in the Milan, Italy ones, but whatever. Probably Europe or the US is your best bet. If you want, you can add a voice server, and I don't confuse this. This doesn't actually give you a voice server in the game. This gives you a TeamSpeak, Vent, or Mumble server. You know, and I think they actually give you one 50% off if you don't have one. Once again, don't buy it unless you already have, you know, a bunch of people or a bunch of friends or whatever who regularly use it, or you have a lot of money and you don't care. But anyway, add a voice server if you want. Just again, remember, it's not in the game. It's still a third-party voice server you have to connect to. You know, you can pay month to month. You can prepay in advance, save more money, whatever you want. Coupon codes, couldn't find any. Of course, enter all your info, blah, 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 and you continue. But I'm not going to enter all my credit card info here for... Actually, wait a minute. Credit card, PayPal... Actually, maybe I can just run through this. Although... I don't know. No, never mind. I'm not going to do... Anyway, once you continue, I think it has some kind of confirmation. And then you need to wait probably... Sometimes it's really quick, 5 or 10 minutes. Sometimes it's up to an hour, but your game server will be activated. You'll get an email from game servers telling you your login and password. So if you go back to just regular game servers, you have members area, you know, your username and password. So I've already logged in over here on my screen. So once your game server is activated, it means it's showing up in the Black Ops list, ranked or unranked, whichever you bought. And it'll be a new gameservers.com server has been born or something like that. Will show up. So obviously you don't want to keep it that way name-wise. You can see I have two servers here. You know, one's the ranked, one's the unranked. So you can just head on over to config. And you have host name right here. This is the way to do it through the server. You know, this is my average name. You can change the name here. This is color. This shift 6.2 is green. So you could change that, hit submit, then your server name will be changed. It seems to take a while if you're already in the game to actually register the change in the menu. So if you hit refresh, you probably still won't find your server. You'll probably have to quit the game and come back in, and then your server name will be changed. It will, however, take effect immediately on the server. That's something I'll be covering in the Archon tool. But this is pretty straight up. If your server's having problems, you can restart the server. This has happened to me sometimes. You know, it gets stuck, it crashes or whatever. I just hit restart and it'll be back up in about 30 seconds. Pretty nice. I've never had to do stop or reinstall. Edit hostname. I'm pretty sure this is just for your own reference. Like instead of an IP address, like you can do connect to this IP if you want in the game through the console, and you'll directly connect to the server. Or you can do this, but that doesn't really matter. Pardon me. Label is for your own use, like this. You know, I named mine BAMF or something. I think maybe I didn't. Yeah. See, there we go. Now I have a little BAMF tag on it. Go over to config. This is where, like I said, you can restart the server again if you want. Change this. You have a server ban list. I have a lot of trolls and or annoying people here banned. But if you ban people in the game, the only way to unban them is to come here, click on their name, any of these arrows, or you can do check all if you want. Oh, there's no uncheck all. That's kind of silly. Anyway, and then you would update the server with, you know, the removal. But I'm not removing any of these people because I don't want them on my server. Reserved slots. This is where you would set up reserved slot passwords, and basically how that works is, I guess I would do that right now. You can set up, you know, just whatever 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want, for example, and then you would have to update it, and you could give out these passwords to your clanmates, your best friends, whichever. Actually had those set up for the BAMF members, but my server got restarted or changed just in Fluvar, though it's good now, so they aren't set up again. So here we are on the list. You know, there's a bunch of people on, you know, my BAMF TT server. Say that was full. Say I wanted in. You know, I could kick someone from the Archon. I could wait for someone to leave. Hey, it's my server. I pay for it. I want in. So I go to, you right-click on the server and join reserved. What's the password? Well, I didn't set any password, so this won't work. But if I had set a password, say, you know, 6. I would just type in 6 and hit OK, and it would kick somebody from the server, I believe whoever last joined, and then let me in. So that's how that works. But for now, we're just going to go back to this. Admins, if you go over here, this lets you set up not in-game admins, but admins for your game server's control panel. You know, you can tick which one you want, and you can give them abilities to restart it, FTP access, if they can access the config and mods, all that stuff. You know, like maybe I want to make Sumanto or Linda an admin here, you know, and I would create an admin with a password and then give it to them, and I could give them a separate login from mine where they can log in with whatever privileges you've given them and do stuff. Can be handy. For whatever reason it... Here. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. Stupid thing, it doesn't give you a back button. Kind of annoying. There are actually no... Go back to config. There are no mods available for ranked servers, as far as I know. Yeah, there's nothing here. That's basically it for this. Just again, make sure you buy the Mac version of the game. Pretty simple. And once you get your server up and running and change the name, you'll be able to see it in the list, you know, over here. Actually, here, let's do this. I have my filters on, but if I change this, here we go. You know, your server would probably show up like this. I mean, not probably, it will. This is what it looks like. A new gameservers.com ranked server is born. This is the default name. So if you see a bunch of these, you're not sure which one is yours, although right now there's only one on here, for whatever reason, then you're fine. But say, for example, you go to unranked, there's a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, weird. My server... Actually, this might be my server. Anyway, you got to change your name, but you can't figure out what the heck which one's yours. So that's pretty simple. And that's about it. And next, you will want to actually set up your server, and we'll do that in the next video.